Delightful.
Oh, uh-oh. Big shark.
And what, pray tell, is that? Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny
Oh,
their
it's
passion.
hungry.
Here we are.
Oh, here she is. I assume this is the person that became the heart of Highland.
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, that we
Banar.
should meet you here.
Oh yes, a moment of silence. We must thank the devs. Also, hi, iPanda.
As I mentioned earlier,
Thank you for stopping
the better
by.
part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
How are you,
Banar is her
iPanda?
name, and she is the previous Azet.
Oh, she's the one who held the title before
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus.
what I
You
used,
look well.
person I used to be.
Less
Yes,
so,
Mommy
Annette
Banar.
Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number.
I'm doing good, just a little sleepy.
A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
Mood, yeah.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later.
Yeah,
If you're
sounds
so
like
inclined.
my character.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are?
Oh, I'm the fragmented soul of your successor. From the future, by the way. Oh, I am definitely enjoying this questline.
I say, have you perchance come from the future?
Oh.
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you.
Oh.
Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
Yes, she's smart.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Prevents tempering. Does it protect you from enthrallment by primals by any chance?
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Yeah, I'm full well now.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
Oh, it's not absurd. The cat's out of the bag. I think we need
What
to
is
start
it?
explaining.
Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Well, I'm not supposed to, but I feel like it's too late now.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting. I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future.
Oh, I feel like if you knew what's
Until
coming,
a moment finally
you'd say
arrives,
otherwise.
We cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
Huge impact on everything. Yeah. I'd assume so.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
Emmett Silk, are you going to question why I'm from
As
the
a
future and I
representative
have
of
the same color
Convocation, I
soul
will
as
hear it
in?
all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
I can't divulge too much.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Oh, I wish I could forget the entirety of Final Fantasy 14 story and redo it. It's my favorite game story. So I understand the feeling. The future, our future. I am deathly curious to hear more. And there I thought you were a harmless, stray familiar. As far as I'm concerned, this nebulous talk of future and this and changing history, that can wait. First, I mean to find out exactly who you are and what you hope to achieve here. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter which I'd rather not leave unresolved. I've heard it surpasses Shadowbringers. It's definitely getting there already. And Aureus, you say? I think we might have seen the culprit before being distracted by that business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? That would, of course, lead us only to the Aureus. There's no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please. Even that much would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? I would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover the land to the west of here. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading into the Oikos. Let us meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Over here. Oh. What's that? It's one of those creatures from the, physical DPS role quests from Shadowbringers. I like that model. Search for the concept crystal. Where would it be? Is it up there? I think it's up there. Oh, I'm outside of the circle. It's not up here. Oh, there it is. Oh, hi, bye. I'm not bothering with that. The problem you present is vexing enough, but without adding the old Azim into the equation. Sigh, and she wonders why these lines upon my brow go deeper, and when she herself wields the hammer and chisel. The Azims, both mentor and student, are a force to be reckoned with. I find them a delight personally, but they have a habit of making Emmett Silk look as if he bit down on a sour grape. Makes sense. Our last researcher returns. I'm afraid the Aureus no longer had the crystal, nor was I able to find it as I followed in its wake. I don't suppose you fared any better? Nope, I got it. Well, I fared better, so I got it. The crystal? Well done. Wonderful. How can I focus on your tale without that missing concept nagging at my mind? Have you always had a knack for finding things? I've often been asked to do so. That's half of what I do. Oh, you too? Some of us seem destined to always be searching for ourselves and for others. Long ago, when I held the seat of Azim, I was forever trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers to people's problems. Naturally, the need for such journeys has lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet I am still eager to come running should an old acquaintance or new interest require my personal attention. This is what brings me to Elpis. In fact, many times has my presence been requested. My opinions sought concerning the habitat of this is or that creation. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal was a mere minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is the way one things lead to another, wouldn't you agree? A past not yet come to pass. Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, 'tis time I return this stolen property. If you would go on ahead to my accommodation, I will join you as soon as I have attended to that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building on the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Ooh, I need to get this aetheryte. Up here. Do I need to fix things? Not really needed right now. You needed to be nervous around Vana. Those white robes mark her as one of fair and impartial reasoning. Aside from the emissary, Elidibus, such garb is worn only by those who have stepped down from public office to serve as advisors. Whatever you have to say, she will listen without judgment. Yes, this will be far more comfortable than interrogating you on the side of the road. Welcome to my temporary abode. Please, make yourself at home while I put on some tea. Am I going to explain everything to them? Oh, the audio's messing up.
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed
Already? Ah, yeah, it's affecting the
Would that I
dialogue
had
too.
sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit.
Sweetmeats, that sounds tasty.
There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like.
Alright.
Now then, will you tell us your tale?
I guess if I have to. The world has been sundered, broken into shards.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
How are they gonna take it? Amarat. Zodiac.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
It's not preposterous.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous.
Incredulous?
What of you, Vana?
Yeah, what have you, Vana? What do you think about this?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did.
Why you became Heidelin?
Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Heidel?
Because you've been told, you know it's
Circumstances
going to
change,
happen.
of course. But it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No. There must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic
Measures, yeah, I'd like to know that.
Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide.
Well, it's led me here, so it's acted kind of like a
That
guide.
it's of import to your mission is plain. But your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds
Significance, yes.
But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future, whence she came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee.
Leave the star, yes.
By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specific. The capital on Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destination.
Yeah, so why here?
True. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which she must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
Yeah. Unless this was all supposed
This is
to,
quite a
supposed to
puzzle.
happen.
And we do not have all the pieces.
We don't have all the pieces, yeah.
Hardly any. But we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight.
For flight?
Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming.
The coming days, coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible?
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched...
He still doesn't believe it. He's in denial.
Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal mad. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their
Into their memory, yeah.
Worse
things
still,
change.
I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable?
Because you know, maybe. You know it's supposed to happen?
Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me.
Horrifies him.
But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me.
I know
I've
the
had
future
my fill
you.
of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Or Emmett.
Emmett Selk! Wait!
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear.
hear them, yeah, okay. Okay, do I get another choice to say? I think it's both of these things, so I'm saying I'm still trying to make sense of it all.
I see. Then for now, it might be best that we follow your lead and investigate he who will become Fandan. And if Dynamis is the self-same energy as Akasha, as it likely seems, we would do well to learn more about it. With that settled, tis time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your...
I will have my answer, which I think
suffice it to say,
suspect
I
is going to be a
will aid you in your
horrifying
quest.
answer. That moment with Matsuya trying to save the baby, running to the town, was so despair-inducing. I nearly cried.
If Emmet
I'm feeling
Selk
like
is
it's just
the
going to get
man Azim
worse.
described
The
to
truth
me,
is going to be
we've not seen the
affect
last
me worse than that, I think. Where's... oh, everyone other than Vana is here. There's a whole new world I didn't know about. Is browsing RP stuff during downtime. Oh, you're browsing RP, like RP worlds? I've done a little bit of RP in this, but the group, I barely have time to RP with the group I usually RP with in this game. RP bars and stuff in general. There's what? Services. Ah, yeah. I know about them. I don't need to get involved in that side of RPing. Shall we begin our investigations then? Huh. Shall we begin our investigations then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. 1 million gil for 30 minutes? I barely ever stay above... wait, have I ever had 1 million gil? I've never had 1 million gil. Or have I? I might have at one point. Thus, I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon, and I have a good idea where we might begin. Speaking of Gil, I need to level these more. I'm sure I can make some very good money off of these. I used to have a whole bunch of characters on World of Warcraft with pretty much almost all the jobs. I guess you could, like, say I was Warcraft's version of an Omnicrafter. And I made enough money to pay for pretty much enough gold to pay for